Hello guys, it is currently the night before I go on this long 3-mile run. I want to eventually probably do 4-mile runs, but like 3-mile runs are technically pretty long for me already. I've only been doing hybrid training for a couple weeks now. This was just me the night before to wake up real early at the butt crack in the morning. Usually I go to a run club, but we're gonna try to do it a little solo so I can show you guys my routine when I'm not rushing to go to a run club, because usually I wake up and rush to do everything, but I would much rather take my time without rushing too much. That way I can show you guys what I do before my runs, and that way I can explain a tiny bit of knowledge I know about what my hybrid training is going to consist of, why I do it, what to do, some tips and trips that I've learned halfway in this little journey. We are setting up to go to bed first. Need a good night's sleep before I go on these runs, because I like to wake up pretty damn early, make myself feel a little more calmer when I go on these really long runs, because it does overwhelm me a lot to start the runs. But then again, I actually look forward to my long runs, even though like the day of I'm like, oh god, I dread it, but then even when I'm halfway I am like so over it. But once I'm at the end and I finish, I am so proud of myself that I accomplished something like that. So in order to feel energized, awake, and strong enough to complete this long run, I gotta have a pretty solid night routine. I'm gonna hit that bed, have some melatonin pillow spray, have my diffuser on with my essential oils, and it's gonna be a peaceful night, and I'm gonna wake up refreshed for this long run. Hello guys, I wanted to pop up in here real quick. I'll get back to the run vlog, I promise, but before that I want to mention today's sponsor, Typology. If you guys know me, you already know how much I love Typology. I've grown such a trust towards them. Why is my camera moving? Hang on. I love everything about their products, especially skincare, but lately I've been wanting to add a new step to my nighttime routine other than skincare, and I have been wanting to take better care of my eyelashes, my eyebrows, and my lips. So I've decided to partner up with them to talk about these specific products. Now you guys have probably seen me in previous videos using Typology. I've partnered with them several times and they have just grown my trust because of their clean ingredients. But if you're not familiar with them, Typology is a vegan, cruelty-free skincare brand. Their products are formulated and manufactured in France. Their aim is to keep only the essentials when it comes to their products. The formulas are short, minimalist, and made with over 80% ingredients of natural origin. And of course, they're PETA and B Corp certified. Since the EU bans over 1,300 ingredients in skincare products, that is a huge difference compared to the smaller ban list here in the US. This week they sent me their eyebrow and eyelash serum, resurfacing lip peel, and their tinted lip oil. I like to start with the eyebrow and eyelash serum first. The lash and brow serum's purpose is that it nourishes your eyebrows and eyelashes for strength and growth, and is untinted. The active ingredients include pea peptides and castor oil, so that helps the brows and lashes strengthen and grow while also easily brushing into place. You can see that the application tip is literally like a brow and lash brush. Unlike many eyelash serums on the market, this serum is gentle, yet it's effective, and 96% naturally derived. You can see that they're packaged in recycled and recyclable containers. And when I applied it on my lashes, the texture didn't feel heavy on my eyes, and on my brows it didn't even feel like anything was there. Then I go in with the resurfacing lip peel. Again, the application tip is like a normal little lip brush. So this would be how I would use the product. I apply it to my lips and leave it for over 60 seconds, but I do not rinse it. It's concentrated in mandelic acid and pomegranate enzyme. What this peel does is that it exfoliates to eliminate dead skin cells to renew the lip's surface, so it ends up leaving the lip softened, smoothened, and prepared for application of other lip products. So that's where I would go in with the tinted lip oil. I apply this after the lip peel, and this contains active ingredients of squalene, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. It delivers nutrition and supplements to the lips with a glossy, non-sticky finish. I do love that it's non-sticky and it provides hydration to my lips. They're available in 5 shades, including even untinted. I'm using the plum purple shade. You can always prefer an untinted one. And all of them are 96% naturally derived. So I would say this is the real big 3. And I do have a link for you guys down in the description. If you click it, all of you guys that are watching, you can receive a free organic orange blossom hydrolate with the purchase of $40 or more through the Typology Paris website. This offer is only valid for 1 week after this video is posted. Go run and get your hands on these quickly. I've been using these every day, and this is such a new step to my nighttime routine. Alexa. It is the next morning. I got my electrolytes salt drink. So far, I've switched up my habits, sort of. Like, usually I used to have my fridge, if you can please. Thank you. I've been switching up my morning drinks lately. I usually had a green juice the second I wake up, or a ginger shot. Now that I've been doing some hybrid training, I've come to realize the importance of electrolytes. I have my Liquid IV little electrolyte drink in watermelon or pear, and then I even add a little bit of some pink Himalayan salt. This, and put it up on the screen, is also really good to add into your water, properly get in your electrolytes. 520 milligrams of sodium, 50 calories, and 11 grams of sugar total. Before I butcher the whole meaning behind having electrolytes before a run or working out or sweating, let me explain it properly. Having electrolyte supports the muscle function and prevents cramping. So while you're sweating, you need something to replace those electrolytes in your body. And even if you're drinking a lot of water, I read that even in your regular everyday water, if you don't put a pinch of either pink salt or the other salt, that you're not really hydrating yourself correctly. So pink salt and whatever electrolyte that you want to use is a great way to get in your proper electrolytes before you sweat it all off. It's really bad to sweat a lot when you're running or working out, and then you're going to realize you're more fatigued, you're tired, you're more dehydrated. But if you have a good amount of electrolyte in your drink, you're not going to feel any of those types of bad feelings. Just to warn you, it will be salty. Shit. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes salty, but it's pretty damn good with the Liquid IV. We're getting somewhere. Oh, it's that last gulp that tastes the saltiest because the salt is on the bottom. I need to rinse my mouth. Now I need a quick snack before I get ready. And the cats have their zoomies. Cats are, honestly, they go through their runs and laps around the apartment before I even go on my run. They inspire me. 7 Sundays Rise and Shine mix. What does it have? Oh, almonds, coconut, sunflower seeds, dates, pecans or pecans, pumpkin seeds, coconut oil, flax seeds, chia seeds, strawberries, bananas, vanilla extract. This is just a bag of goodies inside of it. I absolutely love this. It might not taste the best. I really don't love almonds or pecans. Pecans. Why am I saying pecans? It's not the tastiest to me. It tastes great. I just am a very picky eater and I don't love almonds or pecans, so it's really hard for me to enjoy, but I do think that this is pretty damn clean for a cereal. You guys should definitely check it out. If anybody is ever interested in buying some expensive little authentic art pieces from my boy Matt, hit your girl up. I'm debating if I should wear leggings or shorts. I honestly can't tell. Don't know what the weather is, and I just shaved my legs, so I feel it's appropriate to wear shorts, but I haven't worn leggings in a while for a run. I've been liking wearing tank tops that kind of cover my torso because it's a little insecurity of mine. I love the Fidos Active line. I have so many other shirts, and this one is from Halara. I don't know what bottoms to pair this with yet. Made it to the vanity. I decided to put on this purple top. I'm gonna minorly get ready for this run. I'm not gonna put too much on, obviously, since I'm going to sweat it off. That's why I only like to apply SPF moisturizer before I go on my run. Sometimes I put my skincare on, sometimes I don't. It really depends on the day, but I don't want to sweat off all of my skincare. But sweating off SPF just to reapply it is perfectly fine. I'm gonna put a little bit so I don't waste too much. Plus, since it's a sunrise right now, it's going to be quite hot UVs. I saw this post that anybody that tells you to wear sunscreen loves you, because teaching anybody the importance of putting on sunscreen is such a love language. Because when you think about it, nobody really thinks about the UVs and how high they are and how much they can damage your face. So let's check today's weather. It is actually 0 right now because the sun's not even out. At about 1 p.m. it'll be 8. Anything above 5 is pretty high in UV, so you want to wear sunscreen or wear a hat or put on sunscreen on your whole body for protection. But if it's like under 5, it's moderate, you'll be fine without any sunscreen. But no matter what, having face sunscreen on your face daily, very important no matter what the UV rays are. Plus, I also like to add a hat most of the time. I need a headband. It's just a little extra protection when it comes to the sun and the UVs. Being that girl that has a hat on everywhere you go, that has like an umbrella, even though it looks embarrassing, that person is going to be the youngest looking person in their 60s. Wearing a hat when you run, especially in the heat and sun, is a pretty good tip, I'd like to say. Sometimes I do be forgetting to put on my hat, but as long as I have my sunscreen, I feel like I'll be fine. I am like semi getting ready. I just put on some under eye tinted concealer, which is not makeup, but it is like a tinted eye serum. I always get comments, why are you getting ready just to sweat off all your makeup or skincare? I don't put that much on, first of all, and second of all, I truly do think that I perform a lot better when I feel my best. I'm not saying this is for everyone, but I'm saying that this does help a lot of people. Putting an effort into your appearance, not like changing your whole look, but put some effort into getting yourself ready and getting put together. Once you go on this workout or challenge or run, whatever you're about to do, you feel like you can still also put some effort into that as well. It just makes me feel so much more confident to finish what I started. Sometimes I do be having moments where I just wake up, get out of bed, and just run because I'm not filming, so I just look like a rag doll. Other occasions I do feel the need to just get a little bit of ready, just get a little ready, and then to not look too oily even though I'm about to sweat. Sunscreen powder, a lifesaver. I really wish they had tinted ones, but I get this on my local grocery store, so it's like quick and easy for me to just grab when I run out. If you guys know any other ones that are pretty tinted for darker skin tones, please let me know, because this does make me look like a ghost sometimes and I do not want that. Lip butter balm, and obviously lotion, deodorant. I don't know if this is a condition, but 100% I have something going on under my pits, because even when I shave, I still have the smelliest sweaty pits. I honestly think I have some type of bad condition because I think I smell when I sweat under there. As for the fits, I do like to wear more tanks that are long on the torso. I used to run laps in soccer and I would just have like my soccer shorts, and all of them I do not have. I probably have 2 of my old soccer shorts, so started trying out some running shorts, and I actually do like them a lot more than like my tight little weightlifting shorts that I use for the gym. So I do think that if you want to start any type of hybrid training or running or mile runs, marathon type running, you should invest in some good running shorts because they really do make a difference. Now it's time for me to get this hair done. It is straightened. Usually when my hair is not straightened, I like to put it in a high pony and braid it, but since I want to protect my hair from not only the sun but from getting too dirty, I like to put it in a very tight slick back bun so it doesn't get too sweaty, dirty, or messy during the run. And then I could style it with some dry shampoo and restyle it with my curling iron. Obviously you need these knots out. Everybody is going to ask for a hair routine. Trust me, I don't think I can properly make one because I do not have a hair care routine. Not too high enough to where I can still put the hat hole through it. So usually I run in just a regular pony or braid. My back sweats so much unless I'm wearing a t-shirt. Even with a t-shirt, my hair still like gets sweaty on my neck. So I like to have my hair out of my face sometimes when I run and off of my back so that my hair doesn't get all sweaty. Let's get this hat on and let's get my sneakers on. So I got a lot of hat options. I really do love the hats that have like the mesh in the back so that it gives my scalp a little room to breathe, oxygen going through. I can never say no to a regular solid Nike hat, so I'm gonna decide after I put on my shoes. I am now a New Balance girly. I now own 3. My other 2 are super dirty, so today we're using my nice fresh ones, and I really don't want to get them dirty, so I'm gonna be extra careful with today's long run. But whenever I did my regular workouts like at the gym, these were the sneakers to go, the Reebok, and these are a pretty solid shoe to wear when you're working out or for a regular run. I'm not a professional when it comes to running shoes. All I know is that if it's not tight on your feet, it has a good amount of support and cushion. It's a solid running shoe, and I do have these on my Amazon storefront if you want to get these exact ones. I know that I'm gonna get a lot of questions basically asking about why I added hybrid training into my weekly workout split and not just sticking to my weight training at the gym and not keeping just cardio for Thursdays days only. I'm gonna get into that. Basically have my regular, hello Doja, you wanna be in here? I still have my regular weekly workout split. Mondays are my leg days, Tuesdays are my upper body days, Wednesdays back and glutes, or I switch it up and do back and abs or glutes and abs, and then Thursdays are my cardio and core, Fridays are my full body Fridays, and Saturdays are now my long distance runs. Because my Saturday mornings used to look very different than they have been lately. My friend and I used to go out almost every single Friday night out to our favorite clubs. So Saturdays always looked like very late mornings, lazy, hungover, tired, feeling dead inside, regretting our actions from the night before. So ever since I started my hybrid training, it was literally at the exact same time that I stopped clubbing and going out and drinking. I haven't drank in a long time now. Hybrid training isn't what got me out of going out. I randomly decided to just start going on runs outside instead of like on the treadmill, because I used to do my cardio days on Thursdays and just do a lot of my interval sprinting and cardio days on just one day of the week, or sometimes randomly add it to my leg workouts just to get my blood flowing. But I never actually went on long distance runs or practice any type of hybrid training when it came to running endurance. But one day my friend invited me to go on this little run club with her and her friends. She invited me one day and I said, yeah, what day, what time? And she said Saturday at 6:30 a.m. I said, excuse me? That was a huge shock for me when she told me the time and the date. Whether I'm going out or not, I do love to stay up late on a Friday. Since I worked all week, I love Fridays to be my lounging days, watching a nice movie or game night or something, just like staying up. I really gotta thank my friend Francesca for that, because she really did like change my whole like viewpoint of my weekend. Like I said, I'm not saying that the running or the run club made me not go out anymore. It's just like how I now do my routines now that I know that I love running in the morning on a Saturday. She really did change my life, because ever since I went to that run club and I saw all these people there on a Saturday morning, probably also hungover, probably some of them are like just not hungover, it made me want to commit to a running type routine. So that's basically what got me kickstarted into wanting a more hybrid workout weekly routine. I'll get to the whole run club later, but I'm gonna explain to you guys my weekly hybrid training days. So there is tempo runs, easy runs, interval runs, and long runs. I'm gonna explain basically what they are. I didn't decide on starting to run because I was training for a marathon or I was training to go on longer runs or to hit a weight loss goal. That was not my main intention of starting my runs. I just was so used to my old sports, which was like soccer, basketball, and softball. I was always running and doing suicides for basketball, and for soccer, obviously you are running for every single practice day. Ever since I've not had a sport or a coach to tell me to run every day, I just never saw the benefit of it at all. But now that I know the benefits of hybrid training, I just constantly feel in shape. That's like one of my main reasons. But basically, improves your overall health, improves body composition, reduces risk of injury, greater physical preparation, and efficient use of time. There's just so many different benefits when it comes to running, and my main reason was to not only just stay in shape, but to really push myself over my limits and see how far I can go. And honestly, starting the run club and doing my solo runs, I have seen my limits and I have seen what I can do when I didn't even think that I can do half of those things. So that really did open my eyes onto a brand new way of seeing how I can train and how high I can push my limits. I really do like that. I love pushing myself. I love seeing how far I can go and pushing my body to do what it can do, improving my overall endurance, my speed, my distance, all that. Who the fuck is Austin? I just got a text. I generally now love running. Like I said, I don't have a goal of running any farther. I'm training for a marathon. Maybe I will in the future, but like that is not the reason I'm doing this hybrid training. I just know that it's going to benefit me in the long run. And I did just see somebody talk about how getting out of shape will sneak up on you in your mid-20s. When you're still working out or committed to fitness while you're in your early 20s, that once you hit your mid-20s, being out of shape isn't really going to catch up to you. You're going to be at the peak of being in shape when you're in your early 20s and in your mid-20s if you committed to it. But if you were in the habit of not being consistent with fitness or your overall body health, and then when you hit your mid-20s, it catches up to you, because then after your mid-20s, you can't really get back into shape as you could have when you were in your early 20s, like basically your peak of your age. So what that told me is that if I don't stay in shape consistently until I'm in my mid-20s, I am going to basically regret it. Whether that's even walking a long distance, running, working out, whatever it is, I just want to make sure I'm doing some type of movement movement and some type of fitness to keep my body young and happy and energetic as long as it possibly can. So let's get into the difference in all the runs that I just explained, the tempo, easy, interval, and long run. And I'm going to look these up so that I have the correct definition of all of them. Tempo run is also known as a threshold run, a continuous running workout that's faster than a normal pace but for a shorter duration. Tempo runs are a type of speed training that can help runners improve their pace. It can be used for all types of race training, but are especially helpful for long distance races. As I said earlier, I'm not training for any race. I mean, I don't like turning down any type of races. I do like to race for fun, but that's why I love training when it comes to sprints, but I'll get to that later for the interval runs. To explain what a tempo run is in my head, basically, for an example, let's say you're doing a 2-mile run or a 20-minute run. For the first half of your run of 10 minutes or 1 mile, you want it to be a regular pace type jog run. You want it to be your lightest pace of running for the first half of your full run. Then for the last 10 minutes or the last mile of your run, you want to pick up the pace, not sprinting, push to your highest potential of running to end off and finish your run with your most hardest working run, if that makes sense. So it says during a tempo run, you should push your body and get your heart rate up, but you should still be able to sustain a pace for an hour. The pace is usually up to 20 to 30 seconds slower than your standard 5K pace and 10 to 20 seconds slower than your standard 10K pace. You should feel fatigue, but not so fast that it's a sprint. Tempo runs can last up to 10 to 70 minutes, depending on what you're training for. For example, if you're training for a 5K or a 10K run, you might do a 20 to 30 minute tempo run, while half marathons or marathoners might do 50 to 70 minutes. And then we have interval runs. Everybody basically hates interval running. I like to call it my sprint training type days. Interval running is a structured training method that involves alternating between periods of high intensity running and periods of low intensity jogging, walking, or resting. So to put that into perspective, let's say I start off my run obviously with my stretches, and then I start with a 1-minute light jog and then a 2-minute rest of walking slowly. Then I like to start the real training. Okay, what was I saying? So my high intensity pace would be like a 30 to 40 seconds of sprinting, and then probably 45 to 50 seconds of walking and taking a rest or stretching. So you're basically creating a pattern of a certain type of rest that you want with a very high intensity pace. There's also different ways to do it. If you're a beginner, you can do a 1-minute light jog, a 2-minute rest, and then you do another 1-minute regular run, regular paced run, and then another 2-minute rest, and then you do that like 4 to 5 times. For me, I really love sprinting. I loved it ever since soccer. I feel like sprinting makes me feel at my fastest, and I feel like the more I do my short periods of sprints, the faster that I will be, that I can do sprints for a longer period of time and get faster. That's just me. I love the feeling of being fast. It improves your ability to use oxygen, lowers your resting heart rate and blood pressure, builds muscle mass, and lose weight faster. Interval running can be done at fast, moderate, or slow speeds. For example, if you want to improve your 5K time, you can try longer intervals at a lower intensity. And then we have our easy runs. The best way that I can explain an easy run is what I've heard all these runners have always said on TikTok. Basically, you want to be able to have the most lightest jog where you can still hold a conversation without being too out of breath. So what I like to do, whether I'm running with Matt, myself, or with friends, I like to talk and have a conversation to make sure that I'm doing it right, because sometimes I'd be overstepping my easy runs and I'm doing a little too hard than I should be doing. Sometimes I even pretend that I'm on the phone because I am talking out loud to myself and passing by people, and I look like a crazy person. That's the best way that I could explain how I do my easy runs. At the end of your easy runs, you do not want to feel fatigued, not want to be out of breath. You want to feel like you could have done more once you finish your easy runs. And then lastly, we have our long runs. Now, I save my long runs for once a week, and I usually save it for the run clubs because they do a full-on 3-mile run. And being around a bunch of strangers that have different goals, different abilities, different endurances, some are beginners, some are professionals, some it's all a different variety of strangers. And I feel like I love going on long runs when it comes to run clubs, because being surrounded by strangers that are also not giving up, so there's no reason for me to give up. And even if I do give up, I'm surrounded by other people that are also taking a break, and it doesn't feel like I'm giving up. It feels like I'm continuing with the rest of the crowd. It just gives me a bigger sense of a motivation. Look up to a lot of people that are continuing running. I don't know. Ever since my friend got me into the run club, I do encourage anybody that's a beginner that kind of feels like they don't do their highest potential when they do their solo runs. I do think that you should join a run club to see where your highest potential can actually get you. Like when you are surrounded by people that are encouraging you, you will definitely see how far you can go. Just being surrounded by so many people has been able to push my limits higher than I thought I was able to push it. Trust me, if I was doing solo runs, I take my breaks, but when I am in run clubs, when I'm surrounded by a bunch of people, I just really don't want to give up in front of them. I just really want to run alongside the other people that are in the front of the line. That's just me. I'm just very competitive. I'm telling you, 80% of the people that are there are so encouraging, and they just want the best for newcomers, beginners, or even long-term runners. They just want to make everyone a runner, basically. So yeah, that's the best way that I can explain to you guys. But I did miss my long run with the run club yesterday, so that's why we're doing it today on a solo day. Let's head out this door because I've been procrastinating and talking to you guys for way too long. But I will say I have seen a huge difference and improvement on my running days from when I first started to now. I see a huge progression within my running and my endurance. I feel much more happier to run now because I see the effectiveness that it has on me. So I'm definitely going to continue it. If you haven't noticed, I haven't been taking like my favorite pre-workout supplements that you guys always saw me take. I used to love Alani, Bloom pre-workouts, and they were literally the one thing that got me through to my workouts. And hey, those just stole my cat. How dare you? That was the only thing getting me through to my workouts. But I did hear a bunch of people on TikTok say that having just raw regular honey is literally going to give you the exact same effect as pre-workout would, just not all the extra additives that you don't necessarily need. So it's like basically the one thing that you do need to get through a workout. It's a natural sugar burst to make you feel pretty energized and energetic, like that sugar rush for the gym that literally pre-workout would also do. I don't know if that makes sense. And you just take a little bit, like a tiny little spoonful, and that's all you need. I literally only have like 4 essentials when going out to a run. A pre-essential, where is she? Oh, I haven't had this one yet. This one's a good one. I know runners have like this thing gel. I still don't know what that is. So bear with me, I'm getting close to it, but these are kind of like smoothie packets. These are the Noka Superfood Smoothie. This one has prebiotic fiber, plant protein, flax, kemu. I don't know what that last word says. A super berry, it's an immune support with elderberry, zinc, vitamin B12, C, and D. So these are 2 pretty good looking packets. I am hungry after waking up in the morning, so I like to have something as small as this. That's my essential. While I'm walking up the door, I'll throw it out on my way. But these, I love sucking up on these when I am heading on my runs because they're just so freaking convenient. This one is my favorite, the strawberry pineapple. This one's much better than the berry one. The next essential is obviously the phone. I started off my running journey with like a fanny pack and my phone being in there and just running. It's gotten so annoying, so I'm like been free balling it and just having my phone in my hand. I thought it made me look ridiculous at first, but now it's like pretty okay. My hand fits pretty comfortably. Next essential are these shades. I feel like I only see like one type of running glasses and I really want those, but I can never find the right one. So until then, I'm using Matt's. He has like pretty solid ones that I like. And then lastly, obviously, which is like my main essential, my headphones. I cannot go on a run without having my headphones with me. I love how it matches my nails, but these are the white Apple Air Maxes. I bought this in white or black. You can use any headphones. These are 100% like one of the most priciest headphones that I could have ever gotten. They're around like $500, but in order to protect the outside, I got this case off TikTok shop with some silicone covers for the cushions, which is so smart because whenever I'm having like a sweaty workout, I hate getting sweat on the fabric and then I don't want it to stink over time. But having silicone over makes like the cleanup so much more sanitary and like easier. And I always wanted to buy the light green one, but I don't want to pay like $500 extra for just another pair of headphones. So this will work. It was $4 on the TikTok shop. So I love these headphones. But this is basically everything that you'll see me in as I'm going to my run. Packet in my hand, phone in my hand, headphones in, hat on, glasses on, and your girl is ready. Let's finish this little packet and get started on our run. I just looked back at the video. I look insane in these glasses. Let me see if I look like other one. I don't know if it's the hat doing it, but I feel like I looked insane looking at the camera. I looked like a bug. This one I feel like is just a bit better. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I do love these glasses. I got them at Aloe. Completely forgot what it's called. No, these glasses are still good. It's just I feel like I looked crazy looking when I was looking at the camera, so they still get the job done. So the UV right now at this moment is on 2, so it's pretty low for me to put on any sunscreens. My keys are already on me, if y'all were wondering how I hold my keys. Did I completely forget to mention that my other essential is my little mini water bottle? As you can see, like I reuse this like 4 times and then I use a new one, but these are just convenient because they're small and I just want to hold less stuff. Some people do use a big water bottle and then they hide it in like a bush. I am too paranoid to hide one of my nice water bottles in the bush, so I just like to use a disposable one just in case. And it makes me nervous because I feel like people think that I'm littering when I'm putting it down, so I'm like very discreet with it. I like put it down to hide it somewhere. I feel like people think that I'm littering because it's disposable. It doesn't look like I'm gonna come back for it, so I like try to discreetly put it down so it doesn't look like I'm leaving it there forever. I promise I'm not. But now we're officially ready. Guys, this has to be the reality of when it comes to morning runs. I completely forgot my Apple Watch. This is insane. I literally just saw a run vlog where a girl also took forever to get out the door, and I feel like that has to be me every single time. I take way too long to get out the door. That's why I like run clubs too, because it really just gets me out of the house more quicker because I don't really late. We're almost at 1 mile so far. I wanted to talk about, before I get out of breath halfway through this run, but I wanted to talk about the little trip I heard about your position when running. So basically, I heard that it's like a lean forward. However, I mistaken this by putting my chest forward and like hunching over. But what really you're supposed to do, make it feel like you have a string attached to the back of your head. So keep your head up, keep your chest high, but have your hips kind of move forward. It's like your hips are what's leaning forward and your feet are catching yourself from underneath you while your head is up, your chest is high, your upper body is completely relaxed. You're letting your arms go wherever they want. You don't want to tense them up. You want loose fists. We're about to hit 1 mile so far. So once we hit that 1 mile, we have 2 more to go. Personally, just because I like to take a little gardening steps before I run, even though I know that's not good for your lungs, I still like to do it. Kind of push me just that little extra step, and it always helps. I don't recommend it. I'm just saying that's what I do. But since I do that, I get cotton mouth really easily. So I breathe through my nose only. If I'm not congested that day, I breathe just through my nose. Basically keep my mouth closed. We're currently at 1 mile for 8 minutes and 60 seconds. Okay, we're on, I think, we're finishing up on mile 2, 50-second break, and then I'm gonna continue running. I'm not gonna record my last mile, and then I'll just come back when I do my post-run stretches. We made it, let's go. It is now 28 minutes, and we are 2.5 miles in. We have half a mile to go, and we're at, I think the pace is 12.30. Again, like I said, these silicone, oh, hello Moon. I know you want to be a part of the video so damn bad. Like I said, these silicone covers are literally a lifesaver. Look how much sweat it resisted from the cushion from the inside. And all I gotta do is just take it off and then rinse it or wipe it myself. Also, before I take a shower, if you want to know what playlist and music I listen to, you don't want to know. I would share my playlist, but it is the most, it's got to have one of the most randomest mix. I skip like half of these, but like, I don't know why I created this playlist. I'm too lazy to make a whole brand new one, but yeah, nobody wants my playlist. It is so random, all over the place. I put on shuffle and skip a bunch, so please don't ask unless you actually really do want it. But I'm gonna take a shower. See this? That's so gross. We are fresh out the shower. I am starving. Before I make my post-run smoothie and breakfast, I'm gonna do my skincare, because now since I sweat off all the SPF, I can now apply all of my full skincare onto my face for the rest of the day, and I can actually get ready. That was one hell of a run. I didn't even film once I came back because I just laid on the floor. It took a couple minutes to cool down with the AC, let my body dry, and that's all I needed, and I just got right into the shower. Now I'm gonna make my little post-run smoothie, a little protein smoothie. I'm kind of in the mood, and then I also want to make myself an actual, like, not too heavy but filling breakfast. Let's see what we can do. Someone is on my clothes, and he knows that he has white fur, so he is getting it all on here. Oh, that's my sweet. That's my sweet boy. I don't want to move you. Scooches, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to ruin your sleep or slumber. You can lay right there, I promise. Okay, but now you're on the phone. You didn't do that much damage. You only got a little bit of your hair on here, so that's good. After run clubs, everybody goes to a coffee shop all together, and I never go to a coffee shop. I just come home and make my own coffee. Oh my god, I really didn't make a mess. Damn. Okay. I said that so confidently. Oh my god, babe, you would not believe what I just did. That is so stupid of me. I literally shouldn't have said nothing. Oh, I got that on camera though. This is so worth it right now. I'm starving. I already had like some tuna and grapes, but I need a little bit more, so I'm gonna make my protein shake. for my post-run smoothie. I needed to get something in my system. These grapes are immaculate. It tastes like literal candy. Also, guess who just found out she's on a period? That's new. Usually I could tell when my period's coming like after a whole week of really bad cramps, but this just came to a surprise to me. Does that mean I'm doing good with my gut health? Because my periods are very abnormal, my cramps are unbearable, and I heard that that's not normal. That just means that my like gut health or something inside of me, my internal body is just not doing well for my period to be like that. My cramps today aren't as bad. It's very minor. I don't want to jinx myself though, because my cramps get so bad to where I can't even stand up. I just went on a 3-mile run day 1 on my period. That's a new milestone to add to my checklist that I didn't even know I had. Please, if anybody knows what that means, let me know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if that means progress, because if it means progress, then I'm still gonna be happy with myself. You guys already know my favorite, absolute favorite plant protein. It is Happy Viking. It's all up in here. This was the one that was created by Venus Williams because she had an autoimmune disease that prevented her from playing tennis and doing a lot of physical things, and she stuck to her super greens and plant protein, and it really did help her get back on track. So I would always prefer plant protein over whey protein because I think it's just a little weird to me to drink the lactating milk of another mammal, if that makes sense. I just find that a little unhealthy for me. You won't tell me that there's milk in it, but I will definitely know once I get to that toilet. I feel like bananas when it comes to strawberry smoothies or strawberry anything is obviously 10 times better together. I literally just have a little pineapple strawberry squeezy yogurt. What I love about this blender is it has 3 settings. It has crushed ice for P01, P02 smoothie setting, and then P03 the juice setting. So I'm guessing it blends it in specific ways for specific things. Put her on P02 for the smoothie. Perfect timing. This is by far my favorite smoothie to make other than my green spinach like chocolate smoothie. Oh, I just got it all over my face. Oh, this morning is just going great. Other than my green little chocolate smoothie, the strawberry one and my tropical one are by far my favorite ones to make so far, especially this one. This one is so bomb. Cheers. Oh my god, that is the stuff. Even though I got some of it on my lashes, half of it is basically on my eyelid now. Oh my goodness, this is so worth it after a run. Who needs to go to a smoothie or a coffee shop to get a smoothie or coffee when you could just make both of them at home and you're just as equally as satisfied? My calves are killing me. I really do need to stretch because I can feel cramping. Whenever it comes to like menstrual cycles, it is good to stretch because of your cramps, because you're on your period, but I also need to start stretching after my runs because I constantly stretch before my runs, but I like never take the time to actually sit down and stretch prior to my run. So I'm gonna do that after I finish these 2 bad boys. This is where my stretching station should be, but it's also the cat's playpen, so I'm gonna be near a couple of toys as I stretch.